Hello, welcome to Lord Havoc's Marvel Champions custom content stream extravaganza. I'm here with my good friend from the motherland, the original colony, Phenxian. How you doing?
Good to be back. It's been way too long.
Lives in the land of the mother tongue, the Queen's English. Well, now the King's English, I suppose. Although he doesn't deserve it.
Yeah,
Let's be honest.
Yeah, I'm not. Listen, I'm happy with Queen's English.
I miss her, man. I miss her. She was a cool old lady. To have a Charles is not quite the same. Although,
yeah,
controversially, I actually don't mind Camilla. I actually think she's actually quite funny. I think she gets too much stick for no real reason. I guess because
Charles is also
Diana.
Yeah, I'm not a monarchist. I'm pretty anti-monarchy personally, but I do think Charles is not too bad. Like, he's been willing to speak out against our PMs when our PMs have been dickheads. So that's...
How can you be British and be anti-monarchy? They have a God-given divine right to rule you.
Well, I was born in Britain, but that doesn't mean I approve of my nation.
That's a disgrace. I love Australia. I'll never say a bad thing about Australia. I don't care what bad things happen. It's still the greatest country on earth. We could bomb New Zealand, and I wouldn't care. I'd be like, "Yep, that's fine." Australia's too good.
I mean, I'm also Welsh and Basque. Resistance is in my blood, you know.
Oh, I see. Okay, cool, awesome. I of course am not being serious. Australia's done some pretty stupid crap over the last couple hundred years. Pretty disgraceful stuff, in fact. But anyway, let's move on to stuff that's not disgraceful. The Starjammers. Phenxian is one of the creators on the Marvel Champions custom community. Every episode is somebody's first episode, so I got to fill in the blanks. And my channel is devoted to custom content. So because I love Phenxian, I therefore love their work. And so here we are with their work. And I love the Starjammers. Hepzibah.
Mistletoe and I are on a mission to bring the camp back to Marvel.
The camp. I'm not a fairy, but I'm playing Hepzibah, and that's fine with me. I love Hepzibah. She's the best member of the Starjammers, in my opinion. I think she's awesome. And she is a 3-rec outlaw weapons officer. You may include up to 3 weapons in your deck from aspects other than your chosen aspect. I think the chosen aspect you chose for me was aggression. So she's got a couple of non-aggression weapons in there. Response: after you flip to alter ego, place 2 events in your discard pile on the bottom of your deck. And that's because her ability, after you play an event, resolve the special ability on a card in your hand. So her signature events have special things on them. And as is my way, I'm not going to go through them at the start. You're going to find out as I find out. I haven't even looked at the deck. Phenxian was kind enough to make this deck for me. It could be total crap. I don't know. I haven't played it yet, so we'll see how it goes.
I hope you get along with it. I know some of your sensibilities at this point.
I'm sure
in terms of the game.
I trust you. Corsair, the leader of the Starjammers, the Summers brothers' arsehole father who abandoned them.
He was kidnapped by space aliens, had his wife killed in front of him, and then spent 20 years fighting a resistance war. I love him.
What a douchebag.
I think it's a bad rep.
No, he's a douche. You may include Starjammer allies from any aspect in your deck. Set up Fine Corsair's Rapier and add it to your hand. We Starjammers have a bit of a reputation. Yes, as delinquent fathers. Corsair, Starjammer, 2/1/2. You may play cards tucked under here as if they're in your hand. Very cool. I like the picture. That's very cool. Pocket Universe Gems. Response: after a card is discarded to pay for a cost, tuck that card under Corsair. Limit once per round. So got some tucking action going on there. An awesome headshot, if I do say so. Look at that. What a champion.
Yeah. I think you described it as the perfect stepping on a Lego face.
Yeah, that's right. Alex, put your toys away. Yeah. Anyway, and you're playing what, leadership, I assume?
Justice.
Justice.
I hummed and hawed between leadership, but I thought I'd play a simpler one just so that, if I was going to play leadership, I'd be playing a load of custom Starjammers allies, and I thought I would do one that had still got some custom cards in there, but not as many.
Okay, that's fair. Keep it a bit balanced. I got it. Cash is on. Hi, Starjammers. Hooray. Finally something I know. Oh, there you go. Art looks great. Yeah, it always does that. Cash, I just got to tell you, bro. I loved you calling out Design Hacker for the misuse of the scroll. It's like, you were like, that's the wrong scroll. That was awesome. I loved it. I even told my wife, but she had no idea what I was talking about. But I was excited, so I had to tell somebody. That was really cool. That was good. All right, so we're playing up against Ebony Maw, Black Order Mystic. We just randomized, but he was the first one, so I thought, hey, we'll just stick with that. Why not? Force Interrupt. When Ebony Maw activates against you, remove an invocation counter from each spell card in your play area. When revealed, each player discards cards from the encounter deck until they discard a spell and puts that card into play in the play area. Wait. They're both the same.
It's second stage, yeah. So we get double spells at the start.
We get double spells.
We're going to have a really bad turn 3. I'm telling you that now.
All right,
turn 3 is going to hurt like hell.
You're player 1, so you go first.
Yeah. Which one do we resolve first? They're both when revealed.
Each player discards cards from the top until they get discard a spell. Each player discards.
They are slightly different because this one shuffles the encounter discard pile. I have to assume it's
the one that resets to the end. I'd do villain first and then do that. I would do villain first.
Yeah. Right, let's see what we get. Oh, there we go. Pacification.
That was pretty easy. All right. I should zoom in so I can actually see the cards that I'm doing. All right, here we go.
Fireball. That's a scary one.
Okay. And yours.
Right, and then my second one. Oh, Outriders. I hate you so much.
Yeah, they suck.
Good news is you have a card that can pull them out of the deck because you were looking for trouble.
Oh, okay.
Rebel Storm.
Okay. The Outriders. Oh, what's happened? Lag. Well, this is scintillating television.
Hey, you're doing a me.
I mean, they're all going to get shuffled in anyway, but yeah, that was bad. That's for those of you who are new to the show, that's a callback to another game that we played where Phenxian almost discarded the entire deck looking for a card. And it was bad. It was very, very bad.
It was. It does.
It's amazing that they all have recent art style. I call it Super Scroll Scandal. I was just afraid to sound mean, which was definitely not the intention. No, it was perfectly toned. It was perfectly good. You were very respectful. It was all good. All right, so shuffled back in. Sweet. Goes to 12. We start on 2. Ebony Maw does his business. We get some counters. I like to have it down here where it locks into place.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's all right. I'll let you live. I'm going to put it over here. We don't resolve the Surge thing, right? Because it was discard, yeah? Don't resolve that.
No. Yeah, the Surge is only when we draw it as an encounter
So
card.
which one did I get? Manipulation. After the last engagement, discard one card running from your heart. You're confused. I hate that. That annoys me. Fireball. Discard, deal 4 damage to identity. That's nasty. Bloody hell.
It's real nasty. I hate mine the most.
I'm actually glad I don't have. Yeah, I'm glad I have that one. I'm glad I don't have that one. Deal 2 damage to each character you control. Oh, that's nasty.
That one just kills allies, and I do have allies in my deck, so I'm like, oh, these two really.
That's pretty
really
bad. Yeah, that's pretty bad. All right, let's flip to our Alter Egos. You're player 1. Let's rock it. Let's draw hands. Oh, I should probably check to make sure I actually am 6 and 5, right? 6 and 5? Yeah, good.
You are 6 and 5, yeah.
So where's the creator? What am I looking for to start off with? I've got the gun and the engine blaster. Is that pretty good stuff?
Yeah, so the important things for your early turns is, like, later in the game, you want to be hitting all of your events as much as possible. But you need to set up a bit before then.
I got
so
none.
making sure you have a gun.
Yeah.
And your visor, your targeting goggles, which you can, you have Cho'od in your deck, so Cho'od can also find them.
I got 2 guns and 2 events, so I'm pretty happy with that. A resource generator would have been nice, but it is what it
is. You have a few in there.
Trick up my sleeve. That's cool. I like that picture.
Yeah, this is the core shtick with Corsair. Is his events all care about either rewarding being tucked under themselves or eating things that are tucked under him.
All of his cards should have just been called Deadbeat Dad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
His obligation is actually irresponsible cad. The only way to remove it from the game is to discard Cyclops or Havoc.
That's a disgrace. You should feel ashamed that you even made that card. That's outrageous.
What? I thought you would love it.
No, he should. It's the only way to get rid of that card should be to give Cyclops or Alex a big hug. It's crazy. Hug the player next to you, and you can then get rid of this obligation. That's what it should be.
Okay, I'll make an alternate version of it just for you. That's all about
I appreciate it.
Reconnecting with your
tell your children that you actually love them and that you're ashamed that you abandon them.
To remove this card from the game, tell your actual real life child that you love them.
That's it.
And if you don't have one, tough luck.
It sounds like we're joking, but I'm deadly serious. That makes much more sense. Call your children and tell them you love them.
I'll make it. I'll find art of Corsair putting his hands trepidatiously on Scott's shoulder because I know there's no art of him goddamn hugging him. I'll make that alternate obligation just for you.
Love it. Brilliant.
Awesome. I keep this, but I will also go find my rapier. That is my setup ability. Where are you, Corsair's rapier? Here you are.
Is it named?
It is named. Ever since you told me to name my cards, I have named all of my cards. I listen. Good. Alrighty, so is it me turn 1?
Yeah.
Right. I'm going to flip to hero.
Yep.
I'm going to... I'm going to play my rapier, and I'm going to spend Ace Pilot to do that. And I'm going to use this bottom track to represent the cards that are tucked under Corsair.
Gotcha.
Because he's going to end up with a large number of them tucked under that I will hold on to for the right moment to play.
There's no maximum? It's just limit one
there's no
round,
maximum,
but there's no maximum to the tuck. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. And then we don't have much to thwart right now. So Trick Up My Sleeve feels...
Beat the crap out of him
strictly...
as quickly as you can. That's what
that is the mission. Right, let's play Standing Still by discarding Strength and Riposte, and I'm going to exhaust Corsair's Rapier to tuck Riposte, because Riposte is a skill, and you can exhaust Corsair's Rapier to when you discard a skill to pay for a cost, you tuck it.
Do you want to move this to a different line,
right,
maybe?
And that plays Standing Still, which is a planet that the Starjammers regularly hang out on. And honestly, I can afford Trick Up My Sleeve. So I might as well play it. It's not going to do much. Oh, Waldo, come on. There we go. So I pay Trick Up My Sleeve, and I remove 2 threat off the main scheme. And then I attack for 2.
And you could discard to confuse? Right. Okay,
I could discard to confuse.
Yeah. But
I actually think I want to hold on to my Ace Pilot. I
don't think there's any reason to be confusing. We're not going to flip down anytime soon, so that's fine. Cool. Yeah. You done?
I'm done.
Excellente. Do I have any things that I can do in here? After you flipped altogether? No. Okay, sweet. So, Hep, after you play an event result special, 1, 2, 2. Okie dokie. Brennard is of no use to me since I have no minions in front of me and I have no way of drawing them out. Remove 2 threat. Choose ready each weapon you control, blah, blah, blah. So, I'll put out 1 weapon. The Energy Blaster comes in with 3. And she looks like a badass. Look at that. She'll F you up.
Yeah, it's pretty
Exhaust
badass.
Energy
That's
Blaster.
really
Remove 1 charge killer. Deal 1 damage to an enemy who actually defeats the enemy resolve special ability. Okie dokie. I don't need to worry about removing threat since you've already taken care of that. I use... It is the rule. Is it only Maria who can add more counters than it's meant to, than it starts with, or is that the rule that
you can add more than it has?
I can just add more than it has, right? Yeah, cool, sweet, awesome. Yeah, okay. So press the advantage and keen sense is going to give me my other gun because why not? 3. Oh no, 2.
Only 2 actually.
Exhaust machine gun, 1 charge counter for it, deal 1 damage to each enemy. So that'll set me up for later. So there's that taken care of. And then I'll just use this to... I've got enough weapons now. I'll just use that to add a counter to each one.
It doesn't add a counter to each one.
Oh, doesn't it?
That's special.
Add a counter to special. Oh, my bad. So the special is add a counter. Oh. Well, in that case...
In this case, it might be right to hold onto it for a turn. This should be at 3.
And then use it, I think, might be the better option.
Yeah.
Although I was thinking...
Like, if a minion shows up,
had done the kicker and confused him, I could have pressed the advantage. That would have been pretty good.
I'm sorry. Would you like me to? I could have done that, and then you can get a card draw.
Well, I can't do that now anyway. I can't spend it. I've only got 1 card.
Yeah.
So even if I swapped that for a press advantage, I wouldn't be able to use it just yet anyway, so... It's all good. Alright, well then I'll just attack for 2. Why not? Boom, boom. Got that. And I'm done.
Okay. Untap and draw.
Tap and draw. Awesome. So what else have I got here? Hepzibah's spacesuit. You can control 1... She's got little ear things in her helmet. That's cool. You can control 1 additional upgrade as a restricted keyword. Excellent. Generate a resource. Excellent. There's my goggles.
Yeah.
Very cool. Love it. Alright, let's do the villain. 1, 2 on the villain. Ebony Maw. When he activates against you, remove an indication for each spell card in your play area. Activates against you first.
I'm going to defend.
Gonna defend. Oh, sorry.
He hits me for... Oops. Oh. I don't know what's happening.
5.
God, he hits me for 5. That's... Christ. Okay, well, I take 3.
That's brutal. And then a counter from each of your spells.
Yeah.
Alright, activates against me. I don't have any defensive type stuff. Nope. Nope. Alright, I guess I'm defending. Boom, 4. I take 2. Count cards. And count. Oh, and then it's a counter from each one of my spells.
Okay, we got gang up. Right, the villain's attacking me.
Oh, brutal.
I'm getting wailed on.
Yeah.
Yeah, he hits me for 4.
Jeez. That's not a good start. And then a counter.
Yeah, it's not a good one. Oh, right, and that. Oh, that's really bad. I need to flip down. I'm going to die.
Yeah, you're going to have to flip down. Caught off guard. Discard an upgrade or support you control. Well, that's unfortunate. I only just got them.
Yeah, that really sucked.
I think it'll be the machine gun. I don't have a lot of enemies. Yeah, it'll be the machine gun. That's a bad start. Gee.
Yeah, we're getting bullied.
He hambied us. Alright, take first player. What can I do to stem this destruction?
Go looking for trouble.
Do I need to remove threat? Are you going to remove that threat? It's only 2.
Yeah, no, I was
can clear the area.
Just joking. Like, how can I fix these problems? And I was like, make it worse.
You're going to clear the area and turn the tide. That's already taken care of. Yeah. That's fine. So looking for trouble, and arm to the teeth is going to give me my spacesuit. I was going to do the gun, but I'm already tapped, so I'm not going to get to use it. And then the suit. Oh, it has to be for an event. Oh, come on, man. That sucks.
It was not the cleanest draw, I will say.
And then the cannon's going to go for my goggles. Search your deck for an event and add it to your hand and place one card from your hand on top of the deck. So there's no point doing that because I've got to put a card on top of my deck anyway. So.
Well, you can set up next turn to draw you exactly the event you want, because you would search your deck for it, then put it on top.
And then draw it as per normal.
Yeah.
I don't know the deck well enough to know what to search for. I don't know if it's really worth it.
Fair.
What do I really need?
The four different special events she has is she has one that gives her more attack and that deals damage equal to her attack.
Yeah.
She has one that removes threat and draws her a card when she removes the last threat from the scheme.
I'm grabbing the one that gives her ready.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, okay, cool. Cool. All right, that's me. You. Yes. What is with this lack of DC on the stream? I'm sorry. I humbly apologize. We will eventually get to some DC stuff at some point. I promise.
Right. I'm gonna spend binary.
Yep.
And tuck her under Corsair to clear the area.
Cool.
Removing the last 2 threat from attack on nowhere, which draws me a card. And lets me play Turn the Tide. So I'll do 3 damage to Ebony Maw.
Nice.
Then I will use energy to play the Starjammer. I can even afford to play multitasking. But actually, what I will do is I will use Standing Still and Multitasking to pay for Ace Pilot. Cool. Which is after you play an attack or thwart event, exhaust Ace Pilot, ready your identity or a vehicle you control.
Excellent.
Unfortunately, I can't make use of either of these this turn because I am spent. And I need to flip down, or I will just simply die.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal.
Not a good start.
Alright, let's go. Reset. Yeah, it's a pretty brutal start. But that's alright. We'll come back. We're the Starjammers. We're fine.
We'll bounce back, yeah.
Feline Grace, assess the situation. Chod. Keen senses 1 by 1. Okay, cool. Alright. 1/2 on here activates against me. I will defend unless I have a defense thing. Nope.
No, Feline Grace gives you defense for next turn, essentially.
Well, it's no good to me now. I need it now.
Yeah, I know.
Boom. Hits me for 2. Activates. Oh, and then I do 1 from each of these. So 1 from that, and then this one triggers, which is after the last count is removed from no situation. Discard 1 card at random from your hand. You are confused. Okay, I'll use the randomizer. Boom. I just lost my thwart card. I think that is Keen Senses, and then I am confused. All right, yours.
Okay, he schemes against me.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And then both of these fire.
Boom.
So all of my cards are exhausted. All of my upgrades, specifically, actually, not my supports.
Mm-hmm.
All my upgrades are exhausted, and I am stunned. And then Rebel Storm fires, and I take 2 damage, leaving me on 1. Getting bullied.
Yeah. Doesn't like you at all. He's probably a really good dad and doesn't approve of how you handled your children. Encounter cards. Landing craft. When defeated, blah blah blah. It's not defeated, so we don't really care. We'll get to that when the time comes. Yours. Oh no!
When defeated, give the tough status card.
Oh jeez, what's going on? All right, you're up.
All right. So getting Cyclops out here is probably a good idea, actually. Well, I've got to start by healing.
I've seen the man I become. I don't like him very much. Are you serious? Scott was right.
Yeah, this is
Team Scott.
This is
Scott.
young time space Cyclops.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
He's not an X-Man.
He's an idiot. Team Scott all the way.
I'm Team Young Scott. I actually love Young Cyclops. I think he was a great bit of. There's a lot of great writing with him. Right. Yeah, how am I navigating this? I need to play an event so that I can ready. So I'm going to flip to hero. Spooky. I'm going to discard. I'm going to use standing still and discard parry and tuck parry under me to pay for Cyclops.
Cool.
Are you going to be able to deal with the Blackwood infantry for me? Or should I be worrying about that?
Maybe. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. I'll do that. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll take it.
Cool.
I just realised for ES's comment about what's with this lack of DC on stream, I should have pretended that I was a member of the Marvel Champions Facebook group and said, but the game's called Marvel Champions, it's not called DC Champions.
Yeah. That's why you should never make custom DC content for it? Yeah, I've seen that.
Why is there so much custom content on the Marvel Champions fight? Shut the hell up. That was an actual recording of one of the members.
Yeah, they got you. They got under your skin. Right. Cyclops is going to thwart the landing craft for one.
Sweet.
And when Cyclops activates, I choose another character, and they get +1 to that basic power until the end of the phase. So Corsair now has +1.
Well, if you can give it to me so I can do something, that'd be good. Oh, no. I'm tapped, so I can't do anything anywhere. Oh, wait, I can ready, though. Yeah, if you can give it to me, I can kill your dude.
To do that, I would have to attack. Sure, okay, yeah. I'm going to, instead of thwarting for 1, I'm going to attack for 1 on the Black Order infantry, and give Hepzibah +1 attack.
Sweet.
Then I'm going to discard Hepzibah and turn the tide to play a trick up my sleeve and remove 4 threat off of landing craft. Which, because it defeats it, draws me a card. And also because I played... Oh, right, no, Waste Pilot is already exhausted, so it doesn't get me to ready. Yeah. But this card is a good one. Here, have a Skill Investigator. Also, the landing craft was defeated, so we discard cards off the top of the encounter deck until the minions discard. Okay, get ready for just so many discarded cards. My curse continues. There we go. Black Order infantry.
Oh, there's something else I've got to kill. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
That's right.
The good news is I have the Starjammer, so when you activate, I can give you another stat boost. So you can actually have a pretty chunky stat boost.
Okay.
All right, your turn.
All right, let's see if I do this properly. Oh, should I skill invest? Did I have my skilled investigator before it was cleared?
No, it was. I drew it as a result of
bummer.
My skilled investigator drew me that skilled investigator.
Okay, let's see if I can do this right. I'm going to spaceship suit, whatever. To feline grace and ready.
If you're going to do that, can I give you a piece of advice?
Sure.
You might want to use your targeting goggles first to get you another one of Hepzibah's special events. That way you're also triggering a special when you play the Feline Grace.
I'm triggering a special when I play the Grace. Okay, right. Okay, so order does matter. Right. Because I was going to do that. Yeah, that's good. That's good. All right. Before I do that, though. Wink. Alright, so I'm currently at +1 attack. Cool.
Where did those come from?
They're in the
That's really
box,
cool. Where?
the Sinister Motives box.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm currently at 3 attack. Now, so the order is important. So I search here for one of her events with a special that I want. What special do I want?
Her attack one, Feral Rage, is probably quite a good one here.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. And there it is in my hand. Alright, so this is going to trigger Feline Grace, which readies me. I was already ready, but there you go. Ready. which triggers the events in here, right? Play an event, resolve one from your hand. So my one from hand is now got +1 attack. So I'm now at 4 attack. Huzzah! Now I'm going to... Oh, I've got to discard a card from my hand, right?
You got to put one on top of your deck.
I've got to put one back on my deck, right? So I'll use this guy. I can't afford him anyway. So I'm at 4 attack. I can kill one guy outright, and this guy's got 1 on him. Okay. Well, let's kill the outright guy. Take care of him. Now...
And then that makes Ebony Maw tough.
Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. No. That is what it is. Alright. Now if I... I guess I just Feral Rage and just kill him. I was going to do something else. I was thinking of doing something else, but now it's just gone from my brain. I'll get rid of the 1-on-1. I'll just use the Feral Rage and just kill him outright, because I just did forfeit to him. So Ebony Maw gets another tough, which he's not allowed to have. So got that. See, I wanted to trigger this, but I did the timing wrong. Anyway, it is what it is.
You can assess the situation and get an extra card next time.
Yes. I'm done.
Sick.
Sick.
I mean, great. You solved. I mean, that was a lot of problems that you solved for me, so I appreciate it.
I'm glad that I was indeed sick. Awesome. Cool. I got Chud back. What a shock! I didn't realize that was going to happen. No, I'm joking. I'm just kidding. So when does this stuff all goes at the end of the round, right? End of the round or end of the phase?
Yeah, it's end of the phase. So you actually do have 4 attack until the end of it, but there's no cards in your deck that I've put in to exploit that.
It is what it is. All right, villain turn. 1, 2 on here. We don't want to get to 12. We don't want that.
I'm working on it.
Activates against. Should I have just pinned the top off? Deal 1 damage to an enemy.
I mean, you could ping it off.
I should have just pinned it
on
off.
your turn.
Because do we have piercing?
But like, neither of us have piercing.
I should have just pinned. I'll just say I'll pin that off on my turn.
Sure, that's
at the end of my turn. All right, it activates against you. What are you doing?
I'm being attacked. I'm putting Scott under this one.
Typical Corsair. Should be ashamed. All right, Scott gets annihilated.
Son.
Goodbye, son. You deserve better anyway. It's fine. Charles was a better father to you than he ever was. All right, activates against me, and I guess I will defend. This is getting pretty brutal. All right, so 2, which means I successfully defend, but I just got a card at random.
Also, you should have 1 more card in your hand because of assess situation.
Well, I'm gonna. All right, so I'll get a card in my hand, and then I'll randomly discard one. As soon as the lag catches up.
No!
Sonic Girl, God! Why does this game hate me? Encounter cards.
Okay. What have I got? Master Plan.
Oh, wait, this should have down one. I should have screened down one. Alright, Master Plan. 4 failed side schemes. There's no side schemes discarded.
Right, time to mill some more.
Alright, here's the classic Phenxian mill. You can see it for yourself, folks. It's 13. Oh, going.
Okay, you know what? For me, that's not too bad.
That actually was alright. I was okay. That's fair. That's fair. That's pretty average.
When revealed, each player must choose to either take 2 damage or place 2 threat here. I'm just going to put 2 threat here.
Yeah, I'm just going to put 2
damage is a lot.
You're the Justice player. You can figure it out.
I'll figure it out.
Channeling Trance. When revealed, remove 1 counter from each spell environment in your play area. Boom, that triggers. And if you don't have any, go get one. Okay, cool. So it just triggers and does 4 damage to your identity. 1, 2, 3, 4. I unfortunately don't have a son that I can throw in the way of it, so copped it. Me. I'm next. What to do? Let's get Martial Prowess out, sort of build up a bit. Wait. Let's do targeting goggles first.
Yeah. Always open with goggles, basically.
Always open with the goggles. Let's go get... Let's get Feline Grace, because I'm actually going to go Alter Ego in a second anyway, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Wait, what does this one special do? Place an all-purpose counter. Actually, yeah, you know what? Let's grab that one instead. Let's grab Arm to the Teeth. Oh, that was the wrong button. Alright, now, which means I had to then put a card on top, so that'll be poor old Chod. It ain't getting done anytime soon. I'm going to trigger... I'm going to use this to trigger... oh no, I'm exhausted. I don't want Arm to the Teeth. I want the one that readies me. There you go, Feline Grace. Okay, let's try that again. I'm going to use that to pay for Feline Grace, which readies me. Then I'm going to use one by one.
Gives you an attack bonus.
Gives me an attack bonus. Yeah, that was the plan. It's all part of the plan. Puts me on 3. Because it's in my hand, right? It doesn't trigger both. It just triggers the one, right?
And then you pick one in your hand.
No, I just pick one. Okay, that's fine. Did I have to exhaust? Yeah, you have to exhaust that. Okay, cool. So then one by one, we'll then do Feral Rage, which says deal damage to an enemy equal to your attack. So it's currently 3. 1, 2, 3. And because I did that, it then triggers the special on this one. So I'm now at 4. And then Martial Prowess will pay for that. And now I'm doing 4 attack. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm actually going to attack for 4. Oh yeah,
huge damage.
You don't mess
That's
with,
what it's all about.
Hep. You don't mess with her. Although now she's running away.
Yeah.
Sorry about
You're
that.
here with a fireball.
It is what it is.
Really angry.
It sends to her tail. She's out of here.
Yeah.
All right, yours.
Okay.
I mean, I did 11 damage. That's pretty good.
Okay, how am I navigating this turn?
You're thwarting like a madman.
I'm tempted to one way or another. I am thwarting like a madman, but to do that, I'm going to have to get more thwart. So.
Oh, what does Remiss do? We haven't seen that yet. Cutting off the poor thing's wing? How rude.
So Remise, Parry, and Riposte are a weird little cycle of cards that care if the last card you play was one of them.
Cool.
So
it's like a little mini game. Did you really do fencing
as
a child?
Yeah.
That's cool.
So the whole shtick is like, because you can store cards, you're allowed to have these. You can give him these cards that have really hyper-specific conditions, and he can just sit on them, waiting for the exact right moment to play them. Yeah, cool. Which we will be doing on the villain's turn. Gotcha. But for this turn, thwarting is very important, so that's going to have to wait. Yeah. So first up, I'm going to go one way or another. We're going to find a side scheme.
Unbelievable. Are you seriously finding it? Oh my god. I can't believe it.
Yeah, but I'm not going to thwart it. I'm actually just... I'm putting it into play mostly so that I can get the juice to thwart everything else that's a problem.
Okay. You know what you're doing. You know how to play this.
That draws me 3 cards. Hell yeah, that's what I was looking for.
Okay, cool. Alright, I'm glad. That's what I like to hear. Corsair's gloves. Exhaust Corsair's gloves. For a card tucked under Corsair.
Right. I'm going to thwart for 3 with Corsair, using the Starjammer to give him +1 thwart until the end of the phase.
Sweet.
And that's 1, 2, 3 on Reactor Overload. Then I am going to discard Havoc. I'm so sorry, son.
Yeah, I'm not shocked. He doesn't look shocked. Look at that face. He's not surprised.
In order to play multitasking, which unfortunately can't thwart the main scheme because of reactor overload in the way.
But he can do the two side schemes, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Good job multitasking, and because I played a thwart event, I get to ready Corsair. Oops.
Sweet.
Then I'm going to discard. When I do this, yeah, I'm going to discard Remise, exhausting Corsair's Rapier to tuck it under him. So I now have the full combo tucked under him, which is the dream.
Cool.
In order to clear the area.
Nice.
So then I thwart for 2 off of Reactor Overload, defeating it.
I get a free card that I can't even use.
Yeah, we both get a free card. Trick up my sleeve. That's huge. Then I will turn the tide, which does nothing except clear my stun. But that is very important. I want that.
That's handy.
Then I will use standing still and multitasking to... I'll use standing still to pay for multitasking and remove 2 threat off of the landing craft and 2 threat off of attack on nowhere.
Cool.
Discarding the landing craft, and that makes me discard cards off the top of the encounter deck until the minion is discarded.
Okay.
Jesus. Okay.
That's all right. Four's standard. All right, now you've gone into Phenxian territory. Four's all right. I won't pick on you until you're done. Yeah, I think you're about to. do it. Right at the end. Right at the end.
No, not Black Dwarf.
The brutal one. He is nasty. Look at that.
Okay.
That's
cool.
All right. We'll take care of him. It's fine. Don't you worry. What triggered that?
Well,
you got rid of the scheme, yeah.
Using the side scheme.
Yeah.
Right. God, health is so low. If I take nothing from Ebony Maw, I can survive Black Dwarf. I'm fairly likely to take nothing from Ebony Maw.
If you thwart some more off the main, we can both go into Alter Ego.
I am going to thwart more off the main. 1, 2, 3, because I still have that buff from the Starjammer.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, I can't afford to pay for either of these.
Well, you can't use one of these to help, and this and one of these to pay for this, and then confuse him so he doesn't scheme out of us.
The cards in your tucked under him can only be played. You can't use them.
You can't use them as resources. Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah. The only way to use them without paying for them is Trick Up My Sleeve, which lets you discard them to do stuff.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I mean that was still a huge amount of threat I removed, so I'm not disappointed in my turn.
No,
but I'm halfway tempted to stay up, but I think it's a really bad idea.
If you want to, it's fine. Potential obliged to.
I'm going to flip to Alter Ego. The main scheme is not going to pop.
I don't think it will.
Black Dwarf is way scarier as an attacker.
It'll be extremely bad luck if it pops on us.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Cool.
And then
we good?
We advance to the next game. Yep.
2 on there. He activates against me. Scheming 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. He decked out. Resets. Gets an acceleration icon. And then schemes against you. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Boom. He triggers.
Just exactly enough.
Just enough.
Well, all that forcing was a waste of time.
When revealed, shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. Well, that's not very exciting. Each player discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until the spell environment is discarded and puts into play. I'm player 1, so I'll go first. I should zoom in so I can actually read the cards I'm looking at. Nope. 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 There goes my obligation again. Nope. Spell. Pacification.
That's a bad one for you. Christ.
So you are stunned.
Oh, I'm getting hit by a fireball. Don't love that.
Was this discarded, this one? I didn't see this one. Was that discarded?
Yeah, it was discarded.
Okay, cool. Fireball.
Right, and then
All right.
he schemes against me.
Yeah,
but we flipped.
Oh no, I already did hit. I already did scheme against you.
Oh yeah, you did. Yeah, I'm stupid.
That's what triggered us. So that goes back down to 2. We've got an acceleration token, and the new target is now 18. 18. Yep. Cool. Encounter card for me.
Oh, and one more threat goes on here because Super Giant. Sorry, because Black Dwarf schemes for 1.
Bloody Black Giant. Black Dwarf. Screw that guy. Alright. Black Order Black Order Infantry comes in with with guard. No, just guard.
Irresponsible cat.
Irresponsible cat.
Discard a card you control. If the card you discarded was Cyclops or Havoc, remove this card from the game. Otherwise, this card gains Surge.
So you can't get rid of Havoc from your line here, can you?
No, it's got to be in play. So I'm discarding Skilled Investigator, and it surges.
Bloody Corsair.
Revel Storm, which surges. I'll put the counters on it in a moment. Black Order Infantry. Okay, well, we've got a lot of problems to solve.
You can play one. Happy solving.
Thank you. Right. I'm going to use Standing Still to pay for crew quarters.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use the crew quarters on you because you are an alter ego, so get 1 HP.
1 HP. Thank you.
I'm going to heal. Then I'm going to flip up. God damn it.
I forgot to do her alter ego thing, which is to put 2 guards on the bottom of her deck.
Yes.
So that's 3. So I'm going to put these 2 on the bottom of her deck. Boom. Sorry.
I'm gonna try and mitigate some of our problems. I'm actually gonna play binary. So I'm gonna discard my entire goddamn hand. And in the process I'm gonna tuck Trick Up My Sleeve and Parry under here. One using my main ability and the other one using Corsair's Rapier.
Fair.
And then all the rest is just regular discarded.
Okay.
To play binary.
Yeah.
So after binary enters play, discard the top 4 cards of your deck. If there is a punch, we do damage. If there is a lightning, we do stun. Please have both. We have both. Okay. So I can stun an enemy, and I can do damage to an enemy. So let's see. Which enemy would you like me to damage?
Either way.
Black Dwarf?
I'm going to be probably Black Dwarf. Yeah. Try and get him out of here.
Okay, I'll do 3 damage to Black Dwarf. I'm going to stun Ebony Maw. And then I'm going to use binary to... I can just kill Black Dwarf, so I'm just going to get rid of Black Dwarf entirely. Get out of Black Dwarf.
Bye.
Yeah, she's very nakedly based on the Carol Danvers ally in leadership, but not shit, because the Carol Danvers ally in leadership is really bad.
Yeah. What's next?
And that is, unfortunately, that's all of my turn. That was all the juice I had, I'm afraid.
It wasn't too bad. Alright. Mine. So I did my flip to alter ego back thing. So I'm going to wreck 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to flip. Alright. I'm going to do her ability first. After you play an event. No, not her ability. Her goggles ability. Search your deck for an event, add it to your hand, and place 1 card from the top of your deck. So search for an event, and I want her best event, which is Feeling Grace, and I'm going to get rid of Keen Senses, I guess. No, I want...
You could tuck one of these, because only one of these cards costs more than 1, so you don't need both of your double resources.
What do you mean by tuck? Oh, you mean just
as in, sorry, place 1 card from your hand on top of your deck.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly right. Okay, so I'm going to use my suit to play Feline Grace, which readies me, and I now remove 1 threat from a scheme. That's the only option to have, so that's fine. And then I'm going to use Sonic Rifle to play Press the Advantage because he's stunned, which means I get to draw a card. Oh. It's the same card you put there, you idiot. And then what's left? I'm going to attack. Yeah, I'm going to attack for 2 on your guy. And don't bother putting the thing on there because I'm about to just do it anyway. Oh. And then I'm going to Precision Strike him and kill him, which heals me for 2.
Now you discarded the keen senses instead of the sonic rifle. Was that intentional?
No, that was not intentional.
So you can when you precision strike, you can remove a threat from a scheme.
Really? Is it every event? Oh, so when you play a event, not just her events. Okay, that's pretty handy. Yeah, that's pretty good. And then if that removes the last threat in the scheme, ready her. So I'll spend. It's overcharging, but anyway, I'll do it.
Unfortunately, you're confused.
I'm confused.
So you just
well, I guess it gets rid of that.
Still progress.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good. I think that's not bad.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm done.
All right, untap draw.
Ready. And draw.
How did this one way I never end up?
Oh, here we go. Arm to the teeth. Poor Cho just never gets played. This one here.
Well, you already had the goggles.
Yeah.
Play him really urgently if you hadn't just naturally drawn the goggles.
Yeah. Oh, there's a Pulse Blaster. That's a cool looking gun.
Yeah.
Right.
Comes from the same comic that had your energy blaster.
Oh,
so,
cool.
I love the way that comic drew energy weapons. They all look really good in that.
Are they standing next to each other with those pictures, or are they standing next to each
other?
No,
actually, Hepzibah does like a whole fight scene against Adam X, and then when Scott Summers shoots Hepzibah with a I-beam, Corsair points a pulse blaster at his son.
Yeah. I'm not shocked. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ebony activates against you, but is stunned.
Wait, why did this gain 4?
1, 2. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. I clearly said 3, and you have no evidence.
No, you're right. My bad.
Activates against you and is stunned, and activates against me and is coming at me. I guess I'll defend. Boom! I safely defend my Black Order infantry.
Do you want Binary to take the hit from the Black Order infantry?
No, that's fine. She's better doing damage. He should have gotten a tough status card when your Black Order guy died, right?
Yes, he should have. You're right.
Which means I would have done this.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to say I did that at the end and knocked the top off. Thanks. All right. Mechanic cards.
So you take 2 from the Black Order infantry.
I've already done that. That's why I said to worry about it. Yours.
Got it.
Mechanic card.
Okay. Card. Also, I think your pacification should have counted down.
Oh, it should not. You are totally correct. So thank you. Yours.
Caught off guard. Oh god, stop discarding my upgrades. Okay, goodbye.
You've only been hit once. I've already been hit once too. It's about time you got one. All right, mine. Agent of Thanos. Deal 1 damage to your hero for each spell environment in your play area. Well, I've only got 1, so that's fine. If you take no damage, just surge. I did surge, so that takes damage. That's fine. All right, I'm player 1. All right, can I win the game? I don't think so, but I'm going to try. Don't you worry. So goggles first. What have I got? What have I got? Why do I not have my favorite card? In fact, I've only got 1. That's very disappointing to me. Good old shield goes. See you later, buddy. All right. What can I do?
So assess the situation is essentially a free trigger of your specials, right?
Yeah, okay, I get that's why that's in there. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, that's pretty good. All it's going to do for me, though, I don't care if I get +1 attack because I can't use it.
You can. Feral Rage uses her attack stat.
Yeah, so if I assess the situation and trigger give her +1 attack, putting her on 3, I then use... Well, I'm not going to look for trouble, right? To trigger Feral Rage. So I'm now hitting somebody for 3, right? So I'm going to hit this guy for 3. And then I'm going to shoot him with my energy blaster. Oh, yep. wait.
Which tragically...
Wait. Wait. No. I do assess the situation. That gives me +1 attack. Alright, now. I'm going to... I'm going to... One second. I'll figure this out. Don't you worry.
So when you play the Feral Rage...
I'm going to arm to the teeth. I'm going to arm to the teeth to give him...
No, it doesn't work that way. The extra ammo is on the special. So when you play the Feral Rage, you get to put the extra ammo on it because of arm to the teeth. Right? So you play Feral Rage, and then that triggers the special.
So I use that to play Feral Rage, which does 3 points of damage.
Yep.
And then that triggers...
And then arm to the teeth
the teeth special and gives me an extra thing. Then I use it.
Yep.
Kill him off.
Yep.
When defeated, we give the tough status card.
And that also puts an ammo back on it because you have arm to the teeth.
Why did that put...
An energy blaster has, if this action defeats that enemy, resolve the special ability on a card in your hand.
Oh, right, okay, that's what I was thinking of. All right, cool, awesome, sweet. And so because I have it, I put it back on. Okay, good. I don't have any stunned people, but I might as well just use it anyway. So I'm going to press the advantage and do 2 and knock the tough off.
Sure.
And that's it. I'm not going to flip down.
Yep.
I'll start. Oh, what am I reading for? You haven't even had your turn.
Okay.
How rude.
Right. I am going to play one way or another. And search the encounter deck for a side scheme.
That's so
side risky. Scheme. It's not that risky.
It's pretty risky.
What options do we have? The Black Order. While a Black Order minion is in play, threat cannot be removed from the side scheme. We don't have any Black Order minions. Hell yeah.
Sweet.
It's like, great.
Because I just killed him.
Yep. So I get that. I draw 3 cards. Sick. Okay, let's have a big turn.
Yeah, let's go. Let's kick his. Let's knock him into the next stage. 16 hit points. Go. You can do it.
Okay.
I have faith in you.
I mean, I probably can. Let's start by... So I need to thwart for 4, so I'm going to have to play that. Right, I'm going to spend strength on Trick Up My Sleeve. My Trick Up My Sleeve is going to remove 4 threat from this scheme. Discarding it. Oh, before that, I'll play Skilled Investigator. And then that triggers the Skilled Investigator for us, so you get to draw a card, not that that matters too much. And I get to draw a card. Then I am going to play Havoc. Who I have... Actually, wait. Oh, I'm going to have discarded the Trick Up My Sleeve in my pocket, like that I have tucked away to confuse him. That will give us a little bit more bandwidth, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm going to play Havoc by discarding Genius and Pulse Blaster and Heroic Intuition, and they're going to be tucked under me thanks to my Rapier and my innate ability. And that plays Havoc. When Havoc enters play, look at the top 3 cards. Tuck the top 3 cards of the encounter deck under him. So we're just going to have these over here. And basically, whenever Havoc activates, he discards one of these cards tucked under him, and then gets a bonus equal to the number of symbols on them.
Cool.
So, you asked for big damage. Let's get some big damage. I'm going to make Havoc swing for 4 by discarding this one.
Nice.
1, 2, 3, 4. Let's put damage on him. And then Binary is going to swing for 3. 1, 2, 3.
Sweet.
And then Corsair is going to attack for 2. 1, 2. And then I am going to discard Hepzibah because I can't play her. You're in play. Actually, I don't even have to discard Hepzibah. Let's do. Yeah, let's do it this way. I'm going to discard Hepzibah to play multitasking just for the 2 thwart, which triggers Ace Pilot and readies me. And then I'm going to attack for 2, but as I should have actually attacked for 3 using the Starjammer. 1, 2, 3. And then finally, I'm going to end my turn by using Standing Still to play the Remise that I have tucked under me, which does 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. Leaving Ebony Maw on exactly 1, tragically. And that is my turn. So untap and draw.
Sweet. Down to 1.
Sorry I didn't get that.
That's alright. I still like you. A decked out. Encounter card. Oh, my signature ally is Corsair.
Yeah, unfortunately you can't play him.
I'm glad
we are going to make a team
glad I
up
don't
for
play
them.
him. That's fine.
I didn't realize you hated Corsair this much.
No, I'm just joking. I'm continuing the bit for comedic effect. It's fine. He's finally fine. 1, 2, 3 on there. Activates against me. I will defend. Gotta get rid of this. And hits me for 2, which I don't do anything. I then check 1 off of here. Activates against you. What are you doing, sir?
I'm going to defend,
Sweet.
and I'm going to play the parry that's tucked under me as I defend.
Cool.
So
hits for
when
3.
Corsair defends against attack, he gets +3 defense, so I take nothing.
Yep.
And if the last card you played was Remise, which it was because I played it at the end of my last turn, I draw 2 cards.
Sweet. That's pretty handy.
Then, immediately after he attacks me, I'm going to use Standing Still to pay Riposte. After an enemy attacks you, deal 4 damage to that enemy. Take that, Ebony Maw. Advance the stage. We each get a new spell.
Yeah. And you stun the guy, right?
And I am going to stun him.
Oh my god. I'm doing a Phenxian.
Oh, another pacification.
That's not very good.
Also, yeah, both of mine should have counted down. So they counted down, and then I get a new one.
Yep.
Oh, manipulation. Here it is.
Sweet. Cool. So that's all the attacks taken care of. Encounter cards. Wait, that means I should have counted down. I should actually be at 0 for this. Exhaust each upgrade you control.
No, I thought you... Oh, maybe you did.
I didn't.
No, I thought you did count down.
I didn't.
Did you not?
I didn't do it.
Oh, okay.
If you want, I want to be honest. I want to be an honest player, an honest Joe. I did not count down. All right, encounter cards.
And you're stunned as well.
Oh, and I'm stunned. Yeah. When remove 1 counter from each spell environment. Oh, see, it would have triggered anyways. That's fine. So that's gone. Yeah. And Fireball, which surges.
Well, I'm glad you got them in. I'm glad you got them in that order.
Yeah. Switch into that, which surges. Into an
Jesus. And you just got a random card from your hand.
4,
Christ almighty.
2, and then a random card. Assess the situation. Alright, your encounter card?
My encounter card is Rebel Storm. That's going to surge. God, we're made of spells. We're kind of on a time limit now for like when we win, because I don't think we're surviving all of these going on. Right, it's Surges. Master Plan. Discard cards until there's a side scheme. There's a side scheme.
First
the
go.
Opposite of a meme. First go. That's magic.
It's pretty good. You become player 1.
All right.
Enjoy.
Cool. Yeah, I finished resolving that real fast. Right. The first thing I am going to do is I'm going to discard Turn the Tide, tucking it underneath me, to play Remise. If the last card I played was Riposte, which it was, ready Corsair. And do 3 damage to an enemy. Would you like me to kill the Outrider in front of you?
Yes. I mean, I'd rather you... I'd rather you thwart, but if you can kill something, by all means go for it.
Yeah, I will be thwarting, don't worry.
Okay, cool.
Right. Corsair is going to thwart for 2. And then I'm going to discard this Riposte in my hand, tucking it under me using Corsair's Rapier, to clear the area. So I remove 2 threat from Landing Craft and draw a card. Landing Craft triggers, and we discard cards to the encounter deck until a minion is discarded. Please don't be a minion. Okay, he gets an acceleration, but he doesn't get a minion.
Cool.
Good enough for me.
That's fine.
Right. Oh, that removed the last threat from a scheme. So I will play the Turn the Tide in my tucked under me, and I will play the Turn the Tide in my hand to do 6 damage to Ebony Maw.
And draw a card.
This is what Corsair is all about.
Draw a card.
Oh yeah, and drawing a card from Skill Investigator. Same for you. Oh no, yours is exhausted. Damn it, that sucks.
I got ripped off.
You did get ripped off. Okay. Then I will use energy to play a trick up my sleeve. I will remove 4 threat off of the main scheme and use Ace Pilot to ready myself.
Mm-hmm.
I will attack for 3 by using the Starjammer to pump my attack.
Sweet.
I will attack for 3 with Binary and give her a damage. And then I will attack with Havoc. Havoc, come on. Stupid tokens. I will attack with Havoc. It's only attack for 2, but hey, every little counts.
Yep. He might as well just discard it.
Oh, yeah, because I'll discard it because he's just going to throw Havoc on us now. Yeah. I'm sorry, son.
Right. What are you apologising for? You never apologise for anything else. I think I've got daddy issues. Absent father issues, I think is what it is.
I'm so sorry. Right, I'm going to discard Waldo to play this Pulse Blaster. I probably should have played that earlier if I was smart. I would have been able to actually get juice out of it, but I'm not very smart. And that is my turn.
It's pretty good.
What's it looking like? Next turn... I might have to flip to Alter Ego, which sounds really stupid, but I have a Rubble Storm and a Fireball. No, in one encounter card can't pop into 0.
Yeah.
No, my fear was that if they pop to 0, I just instantly die.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, your turn.
Well, even in Alter Ego, you still get copped with the Fireball.
Yeah. So I need to make sure that I end on a turn. I end the turn that they pop on at least 7 HP, so I don't die.
Yeah. All right. Well, my entire turn is to play Chode. So these 3 cards will give me my good buddy, and then his ability will put the stun gun back into my hand. Because everything else is tapped. I can't do anything else. So he's the only thing I can do.
Yeah. Unfortunate.
So I guess I'll attack. I mean, why not? 1, 2, 3.
If you flip down, he's confused, so he will he won't do anything, and he will you'll get a chance to heal.
Yeah, plus so I get 2. Oh, my ability doesn't trigger. So it says 2. What does it say? 2 events, right? 2 events, you just go, oh, so I've only got the 1, so I'll just put that on the bottom there. Thanks.
There's still some value. And importantly, it means that none of our spells are counting down for a turn, because he's stunned against me and confused against you.
Yeah. Oh, I'm done.
Right. Cool. And tap and draw.
Alright, villain 1, 2, 3, 4. He's stunned against you. He's confused against me. Nothing else triggers. Encounter cards. Zoom it along.
Channeling Trance. Okay, every single one of mine counts down anyway.
Brutal. Caught off guard. Skilled Investigator. See you later.
Thank you. Oh, yeah, I'll take that back.
You can have it back. I can just get it back again at some point. It's fine. I become player 1. I'm going to wreck. 1, 2, 3. Can we wreck it? Yes, we can. Alright. What do we got here? What have we got here? Goggles. Goggles, goggles, goggles. For my beautiful feline grace. And then shovel. I need to discard a card. It'll be Sonic Rifle.
It goes on top of your deck.
Goes on top of my deck. Alright. Okay, so if I assess the situation, I can ready using...
No. The special on Feline Grace is plus defense.
Yeah, assess the situation will give me +1 attack.
Yep.
So I'm up to 3 now. So I'm still not ready yet. And then Precision Strike will pay for Precision Strike, but not do anything, but remove my stun, but still triggers the special though, right?
Correct.
Which gives
so
me
you get me more attack.
So I'm now at 4.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Alright. So then my spacesuit will Feral Rage me.
Yep.
Which means I now do 4 points of damage to him. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And you gain 1 defense for the round.
I gain 1 defense, yeah, okay. Well, that'll help, because I'm sure he's going to kick my butt at some point. Cool, so now I'm at 3 defense. And then I'll use the stun gun to ready, and then I'll hit for 4.
Hell yeah.
And then my good friend Chod will hit for 3. Ah, this is all right. We're doing all right. If we can survive the spells triggering, we will be okay.
Yeah, if we can just beat him before they trigger, that'll be great. And I think we're not far from that, to be honest with you.
Not too far off. All right, I'm done. Take it away,
I'm going to
Corsair.
use binary. Going to use binary for her 3 damage.
Yep.
Good work, Carol.
Bye, Carol.
I always loved you most as binary.
Yeah. You suck as Captain
That's mean. Right. The Starjammer is going to boost my attack, so I attack and do 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. And then I will use... Whenever I attack, I can remove a counter from Pulse Blasters or do 1 damage to an enemy. So I'll do that to Ebony Maw.
Come on, man. You can do it, Corsair. I take back all the mean things I said about you. You're a great father. Do it.
I'm going to play multitasking, which sounds really silly.
Yeah.
But removes 2 threat from this scheme, and because I played a thought event, it readies Corsair.
Yeah.
So then I attack again with Corsair.
Doesn't sound silly at all.
1, 2, 3.
Yep.
And remove another counter from the Pulse Blaster to do another damage to Ebony Maw.
Sweet.
Right. Now what? It would be quite bad.
Would it have been better to do after you were doing all that, before you did all those attacks, to put the other Pulse Blaster in play and take the Conus off?
It's just I have 2 restricted weapons. I'd have to discard Corsair's Rapier to do that.
Oh, I see. Okay, my bad.
If I had a side holster, I could play the other Pulse Blaster. That's okay.
It is what it is.
I'm actually tuck the Pulse Blaster and discard Sense of Justice, which I also get to tuck thanks to the Rapier.
Yep.
To play Corsair's Gloves.
Gotcha.
I will use Corsair's Glove to clear the area, which is just 2 threat removal. It doesn't even draw me a card, but that's fine. And then...
You could have Havoc first, I suppose.
So I could have, but I think I just need to throw Havoc under the bus, because otherwise I think it's either that or I flip down, because Fireball's going to deal 4 and Rebel Storm is going to do 2, and there's a chance I draw the card that makes them fire this turn, right? So yeah, that is my turn. Untap, draw. I'll get an extra encounter card because my deck is empty.
Yeah, bummer. All right, ready to rock.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4 activates against me. Chode, proving what a buddy he is. Jumping in the front of there. He gets slammed.
Goodbye, Chod.
Thank you, Chod. Screw you. And then these guys go down by 1. 1, 2, 3. Activates against you.
I defend and parry, which I have tucked under my...
Oh, so you're not chucking the Havoc under the bus anyway?
Oh, you're right. Yeah, I did forget about that because I'm not very smart. But I'm still doing it. I'm parrying.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I take no damage because of the parry.
Yep.
And then after the parry, I'm going to play the riposte using Corsair's Gloves. So I deal 4 damage to Ebony Maw. 1, 2, 3, 4, and stun him. And also these all count down. So I get Rebel Stormed. So. Right. I take 2, Havoc takes 2.
Bye, Havoc.
After I just got 1 card at random from my hand and I am confused. Okay, that's fine. Goodbye.
That's not bad though. Down to 3 and stunned. You know what? Joshy doesn't like when I do this, but I think we got this. I think we're fine.
I think we got this.
Yeah.
I think we're fine. Now we lose the encounter cards.
Now the encounter card will say, "You lose, sucker."
Yeah.
Advance.
It's really important. It's really important that you say, "I think we got this" before you reveal the encounter card, because that's how you got. You're not allowed to say that when you do definitely have it. You've got to say it so that your hubris can be punished.
You gotta trust the universe. It's fine.
Outright. Another discard.
All right.
I'm first player.
You play 1 now? Yep. All right. Win the game. That's it. It's victory.
Well, I can't win the game. I just don't have the juice in me.
Yeah, so you can bring out another thing and use one way or another, and then
I'm gonna play
one
Cyclops.
way or another, and then turn the tide. It was victory.
No. I'm playing Cyclops. I attack him for 1, which lets me give Hepzibah +1 attack.
All right.
And then I throw the turn over to you.
Is that it? That's all.
That's my turn. Go for it. That's what I'm doing. Yeah.
Where's his consequential? All right.
Consequential damage. Here you go.
All right. What's he on? 2. All right. Well,
yeah.
I guess I'll one way or another. No. You want me to do the other one? I'm sorry. I'm gonna Feral Rage. Yay! Victory.
Oh yeah.
I didn't realize that's what you were actually hinting at. I apologize. I'm pretty thick sometimes. Cool. There you go. Victory against Ebony Maw with the Starjammers. So, your creations, how do you think they went?
I think it went pretty well. I mean, I tend to like these sort of heroes with little sequencing puzzles. I don't know. I'm very interested in how you felt about Hepzibah, about piloting her.
I don't think I'm smart enough to play her, but when it all clicked, it all made perfect sense to me. I do like the whole concept of the special ability on the cards type thing. I've got a couple of characters that do the same sort of thing. So working out the order in how she should do things was a bit beyond me sometimes. But when it did make sense and really kicked a lot, like that one round where I did like 3 and then 4 and then 4 and it all made perfect sense once it all happened. I quite like it. I like the mini game of how the sequence should work. There's quite a few heroes in the custom community that do a similar type thing. It's how you play is just as important as what you play. A little too complicated for me. If you weren't here with me, I think I would have made a crap load of mistakes. But I do like her, and what I like the best about it is that it seems very her. Like the theme is definitely captured.
Me and Mistletoe, like Corsair came together really, really, really cleanly.
Yeah.
And Hepzibah, we took ages because the thing about Hepzibah is that like her main combat style is like she shoots guns, but also she has these like feral claws. And what we wanted to capture was like, I mean, she has superpowers in the sense that she's like slightly quick and slightly more durable than your average human, right? But it's like, how do you capture the fact that Hepzibah's main thing is she's very opportunistic, she's very dynamic, but also she uses all these guns. Yeah. And that's how we ended up on this like special thing with like this sort of gun sub-theme because one of her specials puts ammo on weapons.
Yeah.
I'm glad it felt like her. That was like, that's, in a way, that's like the most important thing to me is that it feels like Hepzibah.
Yeah.
Did you like now you said it was like that you would have had trouble navigating her? Is it because you felt that she's too clunky in some areas, or just that like you're just not the biggest fan of these sorts of sequencing puzzles?
Yeah, I'm not. Well, no. The thing is, I am a fan of them. I'm a fan of the concept of them. I just don't play them very often, and so I'm not very good at them. I'm very much a reaction player. I'm not really more of a strategy. I'm not a strategy. I'm not a strategizer. I'm more of a. That's why I can't play chess.
That's fair.
I mean, I can't play it, but I'm just not very good at it. I'm more of a react to the situation and without really thinking about it. So, it's. Yeah.
You're a big Black Widow fan?
Black Widow's awesome. Black Widow's my third favorite character hero. Spidey, Gamora, Black Widow.
Awesome. I love Gamora. Gamora is one of my favorites.
She's great. I love her. If she wasn't, if she was a female Spidey, she'd probably be number one. Spidey has to be number one because he's Spidey. But then Gamora, yeah. So that's more my play style. Sort of things that do other things.
Is there anything when you were playing her that you felt didn't quite work, or that you didn't jive with?
Didn't jive with. I think this is great. The feral rages that go into the feral rages make perfect sense. I don't know if 1 for 2 is that. I'd probably make that 1 for 3, personally. Although I mean, I guess it's technically accurate, but maybe.
The comparison point for keen senses is clear the area.
Yeah, but clear the area is is an aspect card. Yeah. This is a hero card.
But clear the area draws you a card, whereas keen senses readies you, which is worth more than one card, generally speaking. Right? Yeah, if you line keen senses up right.
You're technically right, but you could squeeze in an extra threat there. I don't think anybody could play.
Sure, got it. I'll keep that in mind.
Technically, you're probably right, but let's be honest.
Sure, it excited you less. I get that.
I mean, let's say I like this is how it sort of casual sort of says it. It's like, well, it'd probably be 2.5 threat. But since you can't have 2.5, you can't have 2.5. Just round it up. No one's going to say anything. It's fine. I wouldn't have had the sonic rifles in the deck. I would have had more stun guns. That's the only other thing.
Fair.
But back to
the idea behind the sonic rifle is if you could get one of them down, right?
Yeah.
The cool thing about sonic rifle is it uses only one charge to confuse the villain, which means that every time you have where is it? The ammo one, Arm to the Teeth.
Yeah.
Every time you draw Arm to the Teeth, you can use it to slap just like a ton and ton of ammo on the sonic rifle, then you can like basically.
Let me tell you something about myself. It took me a long time to understand this. It's because I didn't really sort of dive deep. But let me tell you a little bit about my psychology. I hate expensive cards because the cards in this game are also the resources to cast things. I still say cast, even though you're not meant to. But which is why I said when we were talking about it earlier today, I was like, if you want to chuck Chod in there, by all means, go for it. But I try to avoid any cards that are 3 or 4 or higher because because I'm such a reactive player. When I look at them, all I see is expense. This is my entire hand. This is almost my entire hand. And what the problem is with that thinking is that I don't think the long game. I don't think exactly what you just said about the sonic rifle makes perfect sense to me now that you've explained it, but I didn't think about it. To give you an idea of how dumb that is sometimes, I didn't understand the concept of why everybody played Nick Fury all the time. Because I was like, he costs really 4. Cheap. He costs 4. It's insane.
He costs 1.
No, but he only costs 1. So that'll give you an idea of my thinking, right? This is why I'm not a very good Marvel Champions player. because I just look at Nick Fury and think, well, I'm never going to play this card. And same as like, Dum Dum Dugan and all that sort of stuff, right? It's just like Heimdall. It's like, forget it. I'll never ever have this in my deck. I
do agree with you. I like the flexibility of lots of small cards rather than one big card.
Yeah.
The difference is I will play expensive cards if they represent a really large amount of long-term value.
Of course.
And so normally I'm actually not the biggest fan of Sonic Rifle because it is pay 3, confuse the enemy twice, which is like fine. That is actually a completely acceptable price, but it is like awkward to play. But with Hepzibah, you only need to play it once, and then you just never use the last counter, and you keep getting to put more on, and then all of a sudden now, like, playing any cheap event is essentially the equivalent of a free stun, so you're confused.
And that makes all perfect sense, and Phenxian, that's why you're a better player than me. that's basically it. I agree with everything you said, but I would never have thought that would never have occurred to me if you weren't here to explain it to me.
Fair.
There you go. Right, back to Bythino about this. I love Feral Rage. I loved the assess the situation being the sneaky trigger type thing. I quite like that. That was pretty cool. Press the advantage, I assume you only put in there because of the sonic rifles, which I just never ended up using.
Yeah,
anyway.
Basically the sonic rifle can
kind of pointless.
Press the advantage.
Yeah, I mean, here's another example of my terrible playstyle. Like, Martial Prowess is in there. It's obviously a good card. I never ever use it, and when I had it in this deck, I never used it again.
To be fair, you got Hepzibah's spacesuit down, which is in a lot of ways a better version of Martial Prowess.
Sure, but still, I was never going to play it anyway. It's like a psychological thing for me. Machine gun, I'm pissed that it got rid of. That wasn't my fault. I wanted
that's honestly, when you got both of your guns down turn 1, I was like, that's great. From here on in, you can just play events and you've got plenty of stuff to charge with your arms too.
Yeah, I was pretty excited.
And then it got immediately punished, and I was like, no!
Yeah. Corsair is my signature role. I can just go straight in the trash. Then I'm joking. I'm just continuing the bit, folks.
I'll take the bit.
Her goggles are great. Love it. Suit, great. Blaster, great. Spewing, I missed out on the gun. That was a bit annoying. Armed to the teeth, I was a bit confused about, to be honest. But once I saw it in action, great. And so these are like a sort of a main... Oh, there's the other one. Feral Rage makes perfect sense. I get it. No doubt about it. Phila and Grace, best card in her set. Brent. Either a ready or a def. Can't complain about that. For one, awesome. That's a Lord Havoc card all the way. And Keen says this. I've already said. I'd probably sneak in an extra thread on there. So everything else makes perfect sense. No, I don't think she's clunky. No, she's just not my type, not my style. I actually had more fun. I'm not just saying that I didn't have fun. I did have fun with her because she's awesome. She's my favourite Starjammer. But I actually had more fun watching you and your riposte. What's your 3-card Monty combo? Riposte, parry.
I love the silly
and whatever
Remise. I'll find the Remise.
There's a Remise in there somewhere. His 3-card combo popping off. I thought that was pretty sweet.
Yeah, Because like, I mean, yeah, when you said you love being a reactive player, I mean, Corsair's got to be great for you because he lets you just hold on to all your reactive cards for exactly the right moment.
He's more my style. If it wasn't funny that I was ragging on him so much, I probably should have played him. He actually would have been more suited to my playstyle. Yeah.
Well, Mistletoe and I are working on a Starjammers campaign. Well, it's a Shi'ar Imperium campaign, so
of course
it's not just for Starjammers.
Yeah.
So you can play X-Men doing it. But like, when we make that, I will encourage you to play Corsair in that, so that
I don't know. I don't know if my heart will allow me to do it on behalf of all orphans everywhere. No, yeah, I'll definitely give it a go. It's interesting that you're doing a Corsair type thing. A Starjammers type thing because Tuna. I recorded the spotlight work just to Tuna today, and he's also working on a space type campaign to sort of to replace the Guardians type stuff. So playing those, if they're both ready around the same time, we could play like the two of them have like a space epic type deal, cosmic Marvel. Love that. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I won't lie to you. I've been deep in a sort of like thinking about. It's like this Starjammers project was very much Mistletoe came to me and was like, we should do this, and I was like, hell yeah. Cool. And so we've sketched out that entire campaign. We know what all the fights are going to be.
Nice.
But like, since sketching that out, and we're going to make it, obviously, I've also started thinking about a cool non-linear campaign to represent the more like weird and wonderful bits of the Marvel Cosmic, the stuff that wouldn't really fit in like a campaign that was really themed and centered. Like, so like a Shi'ar story, you're not going to put in like a fight with a load of space whales because you're too busy doing stuff involving like Shi'ar politics or like the Makran crystal and so on.
Yeah.
Right. But I have thought of like, essentially, I guess I would call it like the wild space campaign, where you just like you have like a star map to navigate.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Like, tile of the star,
yeah.
In each like tile of the star map,
yeah,
you find like encounter sets
Dude.
or like cool bonuses that then appear in the next fight. So like basically, as you navigate to fights and you're choosing your route, you're bumping into things that will affect what that fight is.
I'm 100% on board. 100% on board. As soon as you said star map, I was in. That is such a great way to chain them together.
Don't expect it anytime soon, because like first we're going to make this Shi'ar campaign, but that will probably end up being a campaign I make. That's going to take a while. I have to draw a whole star map.
And since it's a campaign, can I throw something at you? Since it's a campaign, right? As part of the, how at the end of every scenario you get points and you do whatever you do, right? Depending on what campaign you buy cards or whatever the shit it is, right? You reset your hit points, blah blah.
Yeah.
With your star map, maybe do it as you get fuel. If you, depending on how well you do in the scenario, you get enough fuel to get to a certain point on the map. So you can't quite get to Sector 8 because you've only got 6 fuels. So maybe you can get somewhere to Sector 6. So you do that encounter in order to try and get around the galaxy. Boom! I'll give you that. I'll give you that for free. It's yours.
I'll take that for free. That's a really good idea. Fuel. Yeah. That's really fun, because then if you have traveling to locations is the thing that's getting you goodies, then the more fuel you have, the more goodies you get.
And it ties into our conversation from earlier today, right? It's essentially the Firefly idea, right? You need to keep making money, so you can keep flying is essentially what it is.
Yeah. Okay. This is ages away before it comes together, but like, I'm excited.
All right. I'm glad I was part of it. I was my DNA is in there at some point, and unlike Corsair, I will love the product at the end that's part of my DNA. That was my final Corsair dig, and it was a zinner. It was a good one. Cool. All right. So did you think Hep flowed pretty well? Do you think she did all right?
Yeah, I was really hoping that you would get a really big fancy turn with Feral Rage, because I felt that like that was a thing that you would really enjoy.
Yeah, I did.
And you did. And so I'm really happy that you got to do that.
That was my favorite round. I did all right, so that's good. Cool. All right. Well, this has been an absolute blast. I love playing with you so much. It's always fun. And Starjammers are cool. So looking forward to the Starjammers campaign and the Wild Space campaign with my awesome map idea. It's been very, very cool. Thank you so much for playing. I really appreciate it. If you want to check out Phenxian and Mistletane's stuff, there'll be a link to the Marvel Champions custom Discord. Go check it out. Their work, and there's like 100 other people there making thousands of stuff. Design Hacker alone's got like 100 things, so you'll be fine. Go check out all that cool stuff there. That's it, pretty much. Phenxian, thanks for playing, and thanks for being awesome. And for everybody who's listening, Phenxian's going to do the sign-off.
Tell someone you love them.
Tell someone you love them before there's the opportunity that you can't do that. So take every opportunity you can to tell people that you love them. And that includes yourself. Love yourself, because we do. So you should as well. Thanks, everybody. Take care. Bye.
Bye.